Hello, 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 everybody, and welcome to 5 at 5. This is Throwback Thursday. Everybody, give it up for the amazing, stunning Betsy!
How are you guys?
I'm so good. How are you?
Very good. I'm so glad this has worked.
My love, hey, haven't seen you in a while. How are you?
These times are, I hate to say it, but I'm sort of enjoying it. You're pretty flat out most of the time, so to have a little break must be quite nice, I imagine.
Yes, I did enjoy it.
Yeah, we're very lucky, very fortunate that we're healthy and everything's fine.
I dove into songwriting during quarantine in German, so that's a whole different game for me. I did not think that I enjoyed that much.
Well, darling, we'll have to do a session, or I'll just flat out write you a song and then you won't have to worry about it.
I'm in. If you're going to write me a song, I would love that. Why didn't we think about that?
I've secretly been thinking about it. It's just taken a glass of wine for me to have the balls to ask.
I discovered you and I was obsessed. I think you kind of noticed that because I started singing Wanted More on my gigs.
I was blown away. It was phenomenal that you were doing it. I couldn't believe it.
I didn't ask you for permission and I just did it.
I give you my full permission to play, record anything of mine. I will be so thrilled.
Your story and your journey is so fascinating. You visited St. Martin's College, right?
Yeah, I went to St. Martin's and then I, wait for it, then I was a designer for Balenciaga, darling. And then I left my job at Balenciaga and became a pop sensation. So, you know.
You can see by your videos that there is someone having taste, knowing what is going on.
I laugh inside that you say taste because, as we both know, my hashtag is trashy opulence. I love trash.
It's so Paris. It's so fashion. St. Martin's is like, this is where you want to go when you do fashion. This is where you want to be. How did all of that came about? And did you say like, yes, I'm going to go to Paris now?
Halfway through my degree, the head designer of Balenciaga, so it was Nicolas Guesquier's right-hand man, comes to St. Martin's to interview us all for an assistant. And I got the position for a 6-month internship. I then left. And I was, could you not stay a season? Not unless you pay me, darling. And then they gave me the job, an assistant designer for the main line for the runway shows. So I was really in the pit of it, which was, mental, as you can imagine. Mental.
With that in your bag, you then decided to go to music.
Music was the number one, and fashion was the fallback plan. And I remember coming back after making my statement of, I'm not staying unless you give me a full job. I remember turning to my best friend in Wales and saying, they're going to give me a job and I want to go be a pop singer. And it was incredible. And also music and fashion, as you know, ties in very nicely together. So each complements the other. So actually, it was a win-win situation.
And
yeah. Speaking of fashion, you and Heidi Klum, not only an international pop star now, you're an international TV star as well.
Such a beautiful show that we produced, and we're going into the second season, so that's great as well.
She's one of my ultimate icons.
Her beauty is just sensational. She came in the first day. She was just this ray of sunshine, professional, super easy and nice to work with.
You might have to have me on as like a guest maker of outfits or something.
Yeah. Took notes. You get the call. When you do music, you also want to have a look and an appearance.
And I have been really fortunate in having incredible stylists who I've worked with. There have been some wonderful, wonderful things come my way to wear for certain events and videos and things, which is incredible. Do you get gifted a lot of clothing?
Hardly anything I wear is something that I then can put into my closet. So no.
I think the fashion world needs to listen up now and donate a few items.
I'm so grateful if I can get, any beautiful designer things to wear. I don't really have to own them.
You and I are the sorts that only wear something once anyway. We couldn't be seen in public in the same outfit twice.
Can you imagine? Let's talk about music. Where are you at the moment, music-wise?
Yesterday, I put out the second single of my EP. Totally different to what I've done before. It's actually about my mental health.
Okay.
Which I think is a thing for a lot of people, to be honest. So it's really quite raw and personal.
I totally get what you mean. I tend to go to very dark places when I start to write. It's so healing, isn't it? The response of the people like totally getting you, you're kind of surprised that, oh, I'm not alone with that.
Yeah.
Well, that feels good.
Once it's out on paper and then it's in a song, it's almost like closing the door on it, which isn't the case with mental health, but it is still I find quite helpful. Don't worry, I shan't write a really miserable song like that for you. It'll be far more sensational.
You said in an interview, what I found is so interesting. You said sound to you is like seeing shapes. I consider myself being a very visual person. Hearing from you that this is an option where you then can feed off or like have a creative output that really, opened another door in my head.
When you see music, do you see it like in a filmic way or
yeah.
I've heard that a lot of people when they write, they're thinking about the music video, for example.
Very
Whereas for me, it's kind of like the string lines. When I write a string line, it's actually got a wiggle and a color and it's like little lines of shapes. I
kind of see the music video and then I go directly to the point where I write the concept and everybody's telling me, well, the song is not ready yet. And I'm like, yeah. Where is your musical background? Because when you say like you're writing string arrangements or things like that, you learned how to play an instrument. I'm not at all musically trained, but I got myself one of those MIDI keyboards, taught myself to use GarageBand. Oh, yeah. And my entire first record, everything was written on this tiny keyboard and GarageBand. My uncle and my father played piano and were in a band together, so I was always kind of inspired by that. But like you, I'm from the middle of nowhere, so... Yeah, I mean, you grew up at the countryside too. With writing then, I always sort of visualized myself writing my way out of this little village in the middle of nowhere. I just been to my parents last week. It's just so many memories come up and so many things you tend to do as the way you did it when you were a kid. And then coming out of there and going back to your like normal life, for me, it was very inspiring and very refilling my imagination and getting so much inspiration out of the past. You spend your life trying to get away from it, but actually then when you go back, how much it inspires you and drives you. Because sometimes when you're in the city, especially with our lifestyles, you forget about all that because then you're in this glamorous bubble and all of this happening. There's another side to both of us. My parents have a little hotel. After lockdown, it was a beautiful weekend and the people were just storming. And I would do like barkeeping and stuff and I loved it. Were they like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, Conchita's manning the bar. My mum owns a cafe and whenever I come home, she does this thing called tapas and tunes. So I come up then and I do a little sing-song. We live in this pop culture world with the glamour and glitz and whatever. And then you come home and it's so stripped down and it's sometimes even more honest than you probably can be sometimes, like a TV show or whatever. If you really need anything, these people are here for you. That's so kind of grounding and comforting to have that to go back to. My mummy's very much front of house, loves life. She's a pop star in her own right. My dad is the star. He's so close to leading the people up to my kids' room, and charge them. Like it's. I love that. He's a businessman. I know, that's what my mom's like. Oh, I love that. Hey, my love, thank you so much for your time.